how to host a Christmas party and Christmas party ideas. Hi friends, it's Elizabeth, Countess of Low Carb. I have some incredible, easy holiday ideas for you to have a seamless, smooth holiday party and Christmas party. We have all of the things we're going to talk about to make it easy for you to do your pre-holiday party and Christmas party planning. Will be in the description link below. Make sure you go ahead and check that out. And I am on my Amazon live set. You can always check me on Amazon Monday through Friday. The link is also down in the description. Okay, let's dive into our first thing. First, you're going to need to figure out who's coming to your holiday party or your Christmas party, because that's going to dictate the guest to send out an invite first. So number one, send out the invite. Two, get back the RSVPs for those so you have a total head count. No, and this is a pro tip for your holiday planning and Christmas party ideas, is people are going to be flaky. Some people are going to say that they're going to come and then don't come. Some people are going to say, oh, can I bring a +1? So there's going to be this, you have the RSVP level of people who are coming, but in today's day and age, people are going to either, like, you're going to have some fluctuation on that. So just know going into your Christmas party and your holiday party, there's going to be some fluctuation on that list. Two, we got a ton of products for you if you choose to get them to make it seamless for you with the holiday count. What I like to do is say, order these 2 weeks in advance, which we're getting kind of close to that. 2 weeks in advance, a week and a half in advance to ship to your house. So the first thing I like to do is we figure out the menu, but that also with the menu is what are you gonna need to have to serve drinks? So drinks is where I first like to start off. We've got, first up, champagne flutes for you if you're gonna be serving champagne, if you're gonna be serving Moscow Mules. I've got several different items to show you guys to give you some beverage ideas for your Christmas party planning and your holiday planning. I'm like surrounded by stuff. This one is from Presti is the brand. They're the #1 best-selling champagne flutes. They are plastic. You can obviously do glassware. I like using the plastic. They are recyclable. But these are the #1 best-selling ones, and I like them because they're easy, they're simple, and you can put them on a serving tray really simply. I've got a brand new one, and we use one for serving frequently because you can pre-put these on here on the tray in advance before your Christmas party guests come over or your holiday guest party come over, and using one of these bamboo trays, or you could use a silver tray, either or whatever tray you have, but then that way you can pre-serve them. So these from Presti's, and they come in this huge bag. I just keep these, honestly, we have a pantry in our house. an extra like closet room. I keep all of these extra things in there because then as you start planning holiday parties and Christmas parties, you can cross-use this for other stuff. Next up, I have a different type of champagne flute because again, you can serve in here if you have kids coming, sparkling apple cider to do toasts with before the party starts or right as they arrive, and then you just take the base and put those in here. Obviously, they're glitter on there. They're going to take a little bit more of putting them together than the other ones, which is why I like the Presti's ones better than these. These are, what's the brand? The brand also might be Presti's or Aya's. I like these a lot because you can hold them daintily with them. So that's another great holiday drink and beverage holder to get. Then next we figure out Moscow Mules. That's another great holiday drink you can serve as well. I told you I had a ton of stuff in here. Here's my Moscow Mules. I have the really cool Moscow Mule mugs that you can put in there. Just make sure you have garnishes. This is pro tip number 2. As you figure out your beverages, make sure you have garnishes to go with them. So for example, if you're doing the champagne flutes, it'd be nice you could put some pomegranates at the bottom or a strawberry at the bottom. If you're going to be doing Moscow Mules, making sure you have some limes or some fresh mint, other things, or lemon or lime for sparkling water. Make sure you have the garnishes to go with it. Former bartender here. Make sure you have the garnishes for your drinks. Put that on your holiday list and check it twice. Okay, the other thing for beverages that I do have is this Estilo one. We have several of these. I actually have like 6 of them because you can use them for unsweet tea. You can use them throughout the year for unsweet tea, lemonade, water. You can make mixed adult beverages and adult drinks in there. Remember Jungle Juice? That was my, maybe I'm massively dating myself from 20 years ago in college. Anyways, but it has on there the round bucket at the bottom, which is nice to keep it nice and cold and nice and chilled, and then it's just a spigot on there. So if you do that option, then you can have with it, I told you guys I have a ton. These Presti's glasses, they're plastic. Again, they're recyclable too, which is nice. You just recycle them after the party or have a separate, that's number 3, have a separate container for recycling so your guests know, hey, put the recycling over there. If it's a fancy, fancy high-end party and you don't want to make it look like you have plasticware, here's an all-in-one box. I'm obsessed with this box because it has in there pre-wrapped silverware for you and has in there the glasses already wrapped for you. You can see I've used this several times. It comes, you can get them in 300 pieces or 600 pieces. I bought the 600 piece one because it was inexpensive relatively for what everything you got. It has dinner plates that look like real plates, but they are plastic. And then it also has with it appetizer or salad plates to go in the entire box. That is one of my other major suggestions, is making sure you're having the plates and the dishes set up. Here is, I knew I had it. I had for you guys, they're the Moscow Mules. These are fun from Estilo as well. I like that company, I like that brand. They're so much fun for Moscow Mules. You could even personalize people's names on them if you wanted to. If you wanted to get really fancy as like a party take home, you could write someone's name on the side and really get creative with DIY with it. I like these, again, if you're doing, you can even do hot cocoa in there for kids and stuff if you have kids coming to your holiday party or your Christmas party. So those are another option, Moscow Mule mugs. I like this set a lot from Estilo. And then also, if you're gonna be doing adult beverages, making sure you have a cocktail mixing glass set for you as well, making sure that you have all of those pieces if you're going to be doing an adult beverage. I would strongly recommend having it mixed in advance unless you have somebody who likes to make drinks, like like if you're using you know, like champagne, for example, you can open a little bit in advance, but you want it to be bubbly and not like, you know what I mean? So it has in here all of these tools that you can use for them, and there's also cocktail cards. It comes with cocktail cards to tell you how to make the different things. And again, as a bartender or a former bartender, you can do really cool stuff with the cocktail mixer. So make sure you have one, because if you don't have, for example, say the jigger to measure out the liquor, or like the serving, like to spin things around if you're going to be muddling. If you're like, what's muddling? Like smashing down mint, that's a muddler. You can mash down the mint in certain drinks to make mojitos, and you can just smash it like that. So having one of these cocktail things, again, all of these links will be down in the description. Let's move over to appetizers. So we have our next tip that we're going to have. Tip number 4 is, what are you serving for appetizers at your Christmas party or your holiday party? I would recommend 100% having a cheese board or a cheese board and a charcuterie board. You cannot go wrong with that. People like little nibbles, and I like these cheese board sets because it has already with it the serving pieces. So it comes like this, and then it does have like the little goalie in it, which is nice because then you can put like grapes around the side or other things in there. Let me just open this up so you guys can see. It has already with it the cheese knives. I do have a separate set that I'm going to show you guys to get with the cheese knives, but how cool is this? It should just be a pull out. Why is it not working? I'll figure it out later. Oh, there it goes. There's all the cheese knives. So it's really simple and compact, particularly if you're low on space. And it has on there all of the knives for your appetizer set. Now, you don't have to use a cheese board, but I like it because you can use it for other things. And it's bamboo, so if you need to slice things on it, it's nice as well. The other thing I would recommend if you're doing other types of appetizers, have on set and put this on your Christmas party list and holiday party list, is having measuring pieces, like bowl sets. I like to put little things in bowls. Like you could have little nibbles in there if you have a delicious dip with some baguettes on the side. I'm low carb, so I'd have my low carb baguettes. You can do some cool things with the stainless steel bowls on the side and repurpose it. Just make sure you have some extra bowls. And again, figuring out your food list in advance, but going through what's the food going to go on is really important to figure it out. Okay, so we've got for our appetizer, what are we going to have for our appetizer? Maybe you need to have other things. Here's that cheese board set I was talking about. The Master Mason is one of my favorite ones because those knives are sharp. Like literally you could cut your finger, so be careful. But you could use it for a charcuterie board, or it has on here where you could poke things with it too, which is nice. So strongly recommend these. It makes it easy for figuring out the food. Once your guests arrive, offer them a beverage. You can again use that tray to come over and offer them a drink, and then say, here's where the appetizers are. And if they have a gift for you, if they have, if they're bringing a hostess gift, have a place to put the hostess gifts and have that set up. That's tip number 5. Have your hostess stand set up. If they're bringing you presents, you don't want to just like schlep them somewhere as well. I like my little fur thing. It's either people like it or people don't. We can't decide. We don't know. So up next, then we're gonna figure out what's the food choices. So food choices, you go through, typically order the food, make sure you have it. If you're picking it up, if you're having a caterer for the holiday season, that should have been done in like October. They get booked out. Same thing with desserts. Figuring out if you're having a dessert bar, what kind of desserts do you need? And then do you need to get extra plates? Do you have dessert plates? Do you have the salad plates if you're doing salad? Do you have appetizer plates? Do you have enough stuff? People will usually use 2 or 3 plates, typically at a holiday party or a Christmas party, if you're serving a big meal. If you're just serving nibbles, like a shrimp cocktail, there's also these really cool things to put condiments in that have ice at the bottom. If you're doing things that are like a tartar sauce, for example, if you're doing crab cakes, make sure that if you have mayonnaise-based things, they're underneath. And this is where these cool bowls come in handy. You can fill the metal bowl, that's why I like the metal bowls, with ice, and then put like shrimp in them. So you're not gonna poison your guests with food poisoning because things weren't properly kept at temperature. If it's been sitting out for 2 hours or 3 hours, you need to make sure it's in like an ice bucket. And these metal ones, you can put the metal on the metal. The bottom one can have ice, and then this one can be whatever it is you're serving. If it's something like seafood, like a shrimp cocktail or things like that, you want to make sure certain things are chilled with it. Okay, let's kick it over for our Christmas and holiday party idea about bathrooms. What's your bathroom situation? Your guests are going to have to go to the bathroom. Make sure it's clean, make sure it looks nice. And I do recommend, I like having reusable cloths in there, but they frequently, depending on the people you have, get gross. So you can use linen, these are linen like napkins, they can be used for napkins. I use them in the bathroom, and then just make sure you have an ample trash can in your bathroom at your holiday party or Christmas party, and have either yourself or your partner or somebody you delegate, like go check the bathrooms to make sure while you're serving and being a host that the bathrooms aren't getting yucky. Depending on how many people you have, I like, again, having the cloth ones in our household, but having disposable ones is a nice option too. But the garbage can get really full with those. So then the final step after that, all of that with your holiday party and Christmas party, is going to be cleanup. Who's going to be on cleanup crew? Like I said, thinking with the end in mind, having a trash bucket and then having a recycling bucket. If you go through 30 of these plastic plates, they're nice to be able to recycle them. Same thing, if you go through the different cups and you're using your different cups with your Estilo container, make sure you have a place to recycle these and instruct your guests and make it easy for your guests to be like, where's the garbage? Where's the recycling? You're going to be doing 10,000 things, so you're going to want to make sure you have those set. And like I said, having the appetizers out, and then if you're doing a main course with that as well, or other, like crab cakes or bigger items, figuring out the food sources with them, how then does that correspond with cleanup? If you have leftovers, what happens? Where do the leftovers go? So lots of great tips for you. If you found this helpful, make sure you click that follow button, and make sure you go ahead and click subscribe here on YouTube. I have on Amazon Live, I'm the Countess of Low Carb here on YouTube on my other YouTube station, and then also Countess of Low Carb on Amazon Live, where you can see me Monday through Friday. So make sure you go ahead and click the follow button on both of those. I will link those down in the description, as is everything we've talked about today. I'm wishing you, from my family to yours, a very Merry Christmas, a very happy holidays, and a wonderful New Year. Thanks, friends, for being here. Have a great day.